believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Levis to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Off play action. Holcomb sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the half. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because, oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Levis back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
10 cycles.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Rams add 6 to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0.
49ers nothing.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The Niners in 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Levis now off of play action.
Being chased out left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
On the set.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Even against double coverage, he's got enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, Williams.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Isaiah Likely
from 10 yards out.
And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Levis to throw off play action.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Lance now on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up second and
To throw, it's Lance.
38-yard line.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
24-yard gain on the
Lance now on first down.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out.
And the Rams are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers 7.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Yellow, go. Hey, green.
Slot man moves right.
White, white. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Down.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Ready?
Here's Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? Break. Go red.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Steel black. Slide two. Set cut.
On first down, Lance.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Drake Jackson.
Able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Trouble 38. Yellow. Zoom. Smack. Red. Ready. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A gain there of 30.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Set cut.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
22 needle. Hey, red. Cut, cut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
This will be fielded at the 17.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
21 yards. First down, Rams.
Let's go now. Black shot. Drill green. Hut, hut.
And Lance now to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
At the Niners' 47-yard line.
Go pink.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And the Rams are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we
So
go.
the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Red cycle. Black ultra. Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Isaiah Likely.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 13.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from it.
And now here is another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Lance a fake of the jet sweep, and he wants to throw it off that play action. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Lance on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Green jack. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Ready.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hut, hut.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Rams take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Rams 45, 49ers 13.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball.
Touchdown, Rams!
Brandon Ayuk from 10 yards out. And the Rams get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 13.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And now the Rams have got, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first.
And it's a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Let's go now. Hut.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
The Lance going to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen. But the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Rams continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one...
And my goodness, another interception. And bulldozing his way through. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
By the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Complete to Likely.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run again here with Gray. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On 1st down, Levis.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Working from the gun, here's Levis.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A gain of 1 brings up third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got the first down and then some. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2.
Levis will try to throw for the 2.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Levis to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Levis looking to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
He's to the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49ers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed